we say Nigeria is not hard. Who is Nigeria working for?
Me, I believe people that the country is still working for now are those that the GOs and church owners that have turned church into political campaign ground and business centers. Connectivity pays better than competency these days because they still do it, and these people are just extorting them, making their money, amassing wealth. Because I'm a Christian myself. I ask the question: what is the purpose of the church?
With your talent, your skill, if you were put in another timeline, if you are up there, if you are put down here, would you be in the same space you are? If you are down here, if they put you up there, would you be in the same space you are now? So the question is, Nigeria really working for everyone or just a selected few? Beautiful day.
With too much sun.
Yeah, it is really sunny in Lagos.
Yeah.
Raining sun.
Sunny enough that you have to swim to get to your destination.
I swear. Beautiful day. That reminds me. That even drives us to our topic. It's sunny enough that you have to swim to your location.
Yeah.
People say Nigeria is hard. Some people say, oh no, Nigeria is not hard. So the question is, who is the system really working for?
Wow, that's a question that has controversial answers because if you start talking about who Nigerians really work for now, it goes a long way. But we just have to look at few people that are actually winners in Nigeria and also losers. If I'm going to list the winners, I'm going to start from the most obvious that we all know, the politicians with generous salaries and allowances. You know, it's so funny that sometimes something used to, give me kind of headaches that I would think about it, that these politicians, they have fat salaries, fat allowances. They paid themselves down to their newspaper allowance. They never owe. No matter how much they say Nigeria is in debt, there's no money in the country, they never get to owe themselves. Down to their newspaper allowance. But the civil servants, the poor people that are earning peanuts, they go as far as owing them 2 months, 3 months salaries. Isn't it crazy? So when we are now asking the question of who is Nigeria working for, isn't it obvious?
So
It's very obvious. That's the most obvious person that on the list that I have to pick for that Nigeria works for.
That means you're saying that success is not evenly rewarded. That the fact that some people can work so hard does not mean that they will get paid or they will get remunerated for working that very hard.
My dear, competence is not paid enough like when you are connected. Connectivity pays better than competency these days because like I was saying, another people I'm going to point out is look at organizations that have government backings or monopoly organizations that own a whole industry to themselves. Imagine, the perfect example is our dear richest man in Africa. Okay. He monopolized the cement industry for a long time. Even as far as I'm concerned, he's still monopolizing it because the so-called competitors are no match. He's actively involved in the whole Nigeria setup that it makes the major decision in the industry. So it's still a monopoly thing when you ask me.
So what you're saying is that the system does not reward productivity. It is more of proximity to power. It's more of how many people are in power. It's more of how often do you get to the people in power? How close are you to the people in power? Well, in our Nigeria of today, it's kind of very true. It's not about productivity. It's about how close are you to people that matters. Because same contract that you want to get, same work that you can pull, they will give their cousins, their brother, and nepotism will fall in.
Should I even give you a head buster in that aspect you go to? You even submit your own quotation. You submit your proposals, and your proposals will be used, and you will never get a penny out of that contract. I've seen someone lamenting one day that a particular person organized a place whereby bring your business ideologies and we are going to check it out and fund it for you if we see it that it's going to materialize. And the guy went there, dropped his some, ideology, dropped his proposal and all. And he didn't hear anything. After a few months, the idea he brought, exactly as it is, has been established by that person.
Oh my God.
And he's now trying to fight. No, this is my ideology. I can fight the right for this. And I'll ask him that, have you forgotten that your probably has said that he who is bigger than you can throw you away? You want to go? The way you go take throw away you don't go even see your pieces to pick.
Voila.
So and another people that I'm going to mention, this is a very controversial part, but I will not stop that will not stop me from mentioning them, because this is where we are today. I believe people that the country is still working for now are those daddy GOs and church owners that have turned church into political campaign ground and business centers.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I said it's a very controversial
it's touching a
point,
very soft
but
spot.
it's the truth. Nigeria is working for them. They are making the money because in this part of the world, we take things extremely. We always take things too far. And the way people have taken religion these days, it makes me ask some questions sometimes. Are we still practicing religion, or this is people just being gullible? Because sincerely speaking, there are some things that if you look at it logically, common sense, it's not meant to be. Like my guys will say in the slang, normal to do.
They
But
normal.
you will see people still doing it. They still do it, and these people are just extorting them, making their money, amassing wealth. Because I'm a Christian myself. I ask the question: what is the purpose of the church?
At this point.
It's
a very valid question.
So
at this point.
And if I'm going to say this one, church is the only business anybody can go into now where you make unquestionable money.
True.
You don't pay tax.
True.
Nobody asks you, as long as you have the congregation that is paying the offering.
Those are the people who the country is really working.
So
you are very correct. I would really, really dig into that place. Yeah, you are very correct. The people who the country is working for, again, are religious leaders. And I will explain. When the government is supposed to do certain things and they don't do it, and then you need those things, you now begin to fall into, how do I get these things? And somebody is offering hope. I say hope is one of the most mind-blowing thing that a man has discovered. Like, he's hoping that this thing happens.
Yeah.
There is a whole lot of things that go into that. There's a whole lot of thoughts. There's a whole lot of expectations. And so that's what religious centers sells. And it's not just the church. It's religious centers generally. Every New Year, every 31st, people go into church settings to go and hear the prophecies for the new year. Now, it's very funny. The prophecies are I'm serious. I'm saying somebody should stand up. Please combine the prophecies that have happened from 2010, 2020. They are virtually almost the same. I'm not going to start delving into prophecy, but this is the year that the children of God will receive blessings. Children of God will receive blessings whether they like it or not. You just need to work. If you don't work, you don't receive shite.
Bro.
You'll be hungry.
Bro, in that aspect, you know why I don't, like I said the other time, I don't really blame these people who are extorting the opportunity.
At all.
I blame the masses who are still gullible enough to still fall for it. Because they will always tell you what you need to hear.
True.
So that's where it comes from. They have to tell you what you need to hear.
True.
Because that's the only way they can get what they want.
True. I once told a friend that idea is that the GO to change the message that he gives his people. If your pastor preaches about holiness, change it to praise and worship for Sundays. If your pastor preaches about praise and worship, change it to deliverance for 4 Sundays. And watch your crowd drastically reduce.
That's
the truth is, because of the way the country is, certain people have conditioned their mind to certain things. There was a point where people used to say, oh, on the road there are accidents, the road is taking its own and all along. Nobody's disputing that there are accidents.
Drinkers of blood.
I'm not saying that.
Bro.
But the thing is, if we continue to have drunk drivers on the road, yes, there will continue to be drinkers of blood.
Of course.
Accidents will happen. You can't rule that out. It's very, very inevitable. Yeah. If people had run from accidents from when it started happening, we would not have the kind of progression we have in science and tech today. So because mistakes happen, we learn, we relearn, we need to understand that already. And so if you are not, the country is lacking in a whole lot of things that is making the people that sell hope benefit a whole lot from the country. I remember clearly there was a time I heard some people say, oh, they can't go home, they have to always be in the church for this and that, and COVID happened and everybody had
spirituality.
to go. Everybody had to go.
They call them spirit cocoa.
And nothing happened to them. So yes,
it's a very big problem.
People who sell hope is another person's, they are another set of people that the country is really working for, and that's valid.
And you look at another part of another set of people that the country works for. You look at the contractors who have connections, affiliation in government. You know, sometimes I wonder. You see a lot of abandoned projects that have been paid for, but was abandoned and nobody is held responsible.
It's because of proximity to power.
That's what I'm saying. So if you are saying the country is hard, the country is hard. I mean,
it's working for
you are seeing that from your own angle,
yeah.
but from your own perspective, from where you stand.
Yes.
Because the truth is, as hard as the country is, some people are purchasing private jets.
Yes.
Some people are purchasing fleet of cars. Some people change their car every year. Latest comes out, they change it every year. Yeah. And you are saying the country is hard. Are you whining me? It's working for those who is working for. Yeah. It is just where you stand. Are you standing with the winners or are you standing with the losers? Because it is what it is. We have the winners, we have the losers. So it is where you stand that judge what you will say. You keep on saying the country is hard, but the truth is it really hard?
Yeah, I also want to take you back to the sale of hope. And now there is a narrative that has happened consistently, and then it happened recently. It caused an uproar on Twitter, and what am I saying? Twitter, and some people.
I was waiting to question where did that come from?
I didn't even know where the accent came
from.
I
know. See, don't go no far.
I don't know where the accent.
Go no far. I don't know where that thing they come from.
I don't even know. So something happened on Twitter, and then people spoke about it. It's the mindset of if I can, others can. Yes, if you can, others can. But in most times, you don't look at the structure around you that made you can.
Yeah.
You are giving that. I'm not throwing shades, but please, your success story happened because you had certain kind of background. I mean, imagine that somebody is saying when I came out of the university and I started business, I went to meet my uncle. He gave me $350,000 or I'm just saying.
What year was that?
I'm just saying figures. I'm not saying anybody. I'm not saying.
No, I'm asking what year.
This person might be talking about probably 2016, 2012, and then you now do a book or a live session. You people motivational speakers.
Okay.
You come to you rent out the hall and say, see, I started this. I don't used to sleep. I wake up by 5 a.m. These things are not fair lies. I remember that I used to sell. There was one particular thing somebody told me he used to sell from Yanokbaja to Oshodi. Bulk SMS. God, please, can we stop?
They will tell you I started small.
So these are another people. They are still selling hope. They do master classes.
The privileges are there.
They do master classes. They don't tell you where these funds come from. They do master classes. They sell slots to their master classes.
Of course, they make millions on that.
The truth is, yes, if you are resilient enough, if you are going to push down, break down, work hard, Nigeria might. It's not even.
You are even making a mistake. No matter how resilient you are, you will still need some kind of leverage.
Yes.
Someone needs to pull
connectivity.
You. Yes. So no matter how resilient you are, if you don't get that leverage, how do you get there?
You will just keep rolling in that circle.
So
it's up to somebody that now says, okay, I think this person can do this and do that.
And I think I'm seeing something in him.
Yes, and then okay, I'm going to let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
And so those are the other people. The people that are selling the master classes, the people that are selling the hope, selling the books. How I built this thing in 5 days. Then they tell you to come and buy tickets. The hall is full and you're buying tickets.
Motivation is on.
Oh God, you are just going to wound yourself.
Yeah. You're not buying hope in that category. You are buying deceit, because the people that are selling you the hope, the privileges they enjoy, the privileges they are able to get, that makes it easy for them to navigate to the success they have. You don't have it around. You don't even have access to half of it, and they are wanting you to tread on the same journey, on the same path in which they tread. How is that possible? You know, you want to walk on a path where you need particular some things to help yourself walk. Okay, let me make an example. There is a pathway and there's a river on that way. Someone had a boat, you don't have a boat, and the person is telling you to follow him. Sorry? Person is telling you to follow him. You don't have a boat. He have a boat that is going to roll with. How do you follow that kind of person? That's you are buying deceit. There's no hope. Someone who tread a path with a lot of privileges around him that helps him navigate and
But the truth
was
is,
successful.
they don't tell anybody those privileges.
It's left to you to decipher. That's why you don't just. I used to tell people that you don't just listen to motivation and advices and take it word for word and take it raw. You need to understand which one really matches your condition, which one can work for you, or else you just rush yourself to death, early grave. No, because you cannot be chasing something you don't have the capability to get, something you don't have the opportunity for.
You don't have a structure for.
How does it work? How do you get it? So you're just running in circles. You're chasing empty hope, and that is deceit. So that's what I'm saying, that selling hope. When you are putting the word, they might think that they are selling you hope, but the reality of the matter is, are they actually selling you hope? Because you have to ask the question based on where you stand. Because for some people, yes, it's hope. People that have the same privileges they have, people that are on the same level with them, like one slang that was trending on Twitter, the Nepo and the Lapo. Someone that is a Nepo child now is selling hope. A Lapo child want to buy that hope.
Oh God, I pity you.
What's the correlation?
I pity you.
So it is what it is. It's what it is. So in as much as we look at it, who are Nigerian working for? The winners. We've listed some. Now, if you look at the losers, it's just and the losers are. I'm trying to put this in a way that will not sound very offensive. It's so bad that you know yourself that you are in the loser category. You don't have everything tabled in front of you. You have a lot of work to do if you are going to break into that mainstream. And then you are still allowing some people to use your head religiously, like you said, selling hopes, different angles. I wonder where some people will come and they will tell me some things that, someone tell me this thing, opportunities, then I look at them, come. Do you even have a brain that is working?
Ponzi, people buy into Ponzi scheme.
New life.
Oh my, no. New life is not. Is New Life a Ponzi scheme? No, I don't think. New Life is not really a Ponzi scheme. It's more like a seller trader situation. I'm talking about the people who buy into MMM.
Oh gosh.
I was having a conversation with somebody one day. I asked, in 2020, we had so many different kind of. There was Rackstally. There was Gold Kinicom. There were so
lot
much
of them.
Where's everybody? Should I make you laugh? Do you know right now as we are talking, there's actually still Ponzi scheme.
Of course.
The thing is, some people are already wise and they're like, oh bullshit, we're not interested. Some people are still buying into it.
I had one recently. Someone was telling me that, because thank God that at least we have at least little enlightenment. We learned a little. Because sometimes I look at some people and I ask questions. Do you think? Someone was telling me that, okay, look at this scheme. All you have to do is make a live video. You're not investing money. Just make live video and they pay you. Okay. I look at it. Okay. This live video you are making. The first question, if you are introducing anything to me, the first question I ask is, okay, whatever I'm doing on this platform, how is the person making money from it? Because you cannot tell me that I'm to be doing something you want to pay me for and you're not making money from
that's
it.
Not true.
I don't get it.
Yes, nobody ever offers you anything for free.
You need to understand. You are not Jesus that feed 5,000 people.
Nobody offers anything for free.
Exactly.
If a rich man tells you, I'm giving you 1 million naira, best believe he is knowing that he's going to get 10 million naira from that thing.
In fact, as a sane person, the best thing you're supposed to be thinking of at that moment is, what is this? What am I paying?
Yes.
What is this person going to benefit from this 1 million I want to give you?
Yes.
Because truth be told, it takes I don't even know how to put it. Do we even still have a generous giver that just give you for giving's sake? They still exist.
They still exist, fine.
But very, very, very few portion of them. Anybody giving you now, they are benefiting from something. But let's not even go to giving. I'm not talking about in a business setting. Someone will just tell you that, if it is just one person, it's a different case. You are helping just one person, you can give and not expect in return. But thousands of people will register on the platform, and you expect that the owner of the platform to be paying you. Paying you for what exactly? That's why I always have problem with Ponzi scheme like that MMM. You say you put in money, you get and shove your money back. Where did that money come from? If people don't actually think, they don't ask the right question, they don't ask themselves.
Those people are selling hope. That's the people who create these Ponzi schemes. Are the people the country is working for. That's the sad reality.
Sorry, before you proceed, they sell that hope because they realize that people being in that losers, category, make them think less. They act based on impulse. Once you bring it like this, what they want to hear is how much they want to make. And they don't care about what they're going to pay.
And also, there is this part of us being not very logical. See, we prefer faith to
Jesus.
logic.
I don't want to dive into that.
I don't want to go into it. But the truth is very deep. We prefer faith to logic.
God.
See, if you put something down and tell people that logically this is how it works, but with faith, people would rather go with faith.
No, faith sells more in Nigeria, and that's where the problem. That's what I'm trying to explain. But I don't want to use those. I don't want to go into that word of logic and faith. That's why I'm not mentioning it, because people just act based on she hope they there. If I do that, I will do this. But have you sat down and logically think it? Is it making sense? Is it adding up? Like, this thing is not adding up. How come? Because how can someone who is not making benefits, is not making any profit, pay you? And you think you call that generosity? They play. When you know what you are paying back, then you realize that more. So, talking about logic and faith, bro, I was discussing with someone recently. This topic is just, I just want to drive into it to explain logic and faith. So, it's about relationship, and so the person was telling me that spiritual battles, the marriage was doing well before, all of a sudden problem arises, the man started having problem, and I was asking her, why are you quick to say spiritual battles? Why? Where is the evidence that there's a spiritual battle somewhere? Most of the spiritual battle we are facing is self-created by yourself.
Yeah.
Now, you are going into a relationship with a man and you never pay attention to anything. All you care about is the amount he's ready to spend on you.
If you can handle your finance.
And you think you're not going to have spiritual battles. You have more than spiritual battles, by the way.
Yes.
Because you need to look at what you need to look at. It's not about what he's going to spend on you. Is the man compatible with you? Are you guys, on the same par? Do you have the same mindset? I heard a lady's story. She said she canceled her wedding because her makeup artist advised her. And the advice was just based on the basis of what the makeup artist observed just when they came to make inquiry. Imagine a lady that is wise, that is that wise to just observe something once and was able to advise her and saved her from going into a wrong marriage. What did the lady say? The lady just told her that, are you sure you want to marry this person? The first time he told the lady was like, how will you tell me this? I love you. We are already planning wedding. The lady kept quiet. But that question kept ringing in her head. She came back and she was like, why did you ask me this question? I said, because I observed the day you guys came to make inquiry. I was asking you question, but it was your husband that was responding. And I'm okay, it might be love, but what I'm seeing is fear. You are allowing us to respond to all your questions because you have fear instead of love. And that's a big red flag. Why will you be having fear? That means you don't have a say. If a man is so controlling to that extent, what do you think is going to be like when you end up in that marriage?
Nigeria cannot even work for that one. Now you go take care of your man, say this does not work.
So that's where that's why I'm using the word. Some people are gullible enough. Some people don't think, they don't observe, they don't assess.
So there are the people who sell hope. Who will definitely always want to
Imagine someone telling me that you want to sell me a key of success, and you are showing me a physical key.
Oh God!
And I'm going. Which door of blessing am I open with that key? Am I going to take that key to Dangote refinery and say, "This is my key, give me job"?
I have a lot of problem with all these oil, water, broom. I get it that people are trying to, but I still do not. I believe like God is. I don't want to go into religion.
Do you even know that I used to say people are just being intentionally gullible and foolish? The way faith works with work.
Yes.
Because I don't understand how you tell me that you are praying for blessing and you are not working. Even the Bible tells you to work and pray. So you are telling me that your prayer will just bring money to come and meet you. You are waiting for God to do miracle. But what will the miracle happen on? It's only I was questioning someone that we're talking about. Someone is sick. You say he's an arrow spiritually. You take him from hospital and you take him to a church to be praying. The person eventually die. You say it's his time. If I slap your destiny, which time? You created his time for him. We have facilities in the hospital. God that created doctors, is he stupid?
They are wiser than God.
So you think God is not wise? That's why he created doctor. But we want you to bring your sick person back to church and leave doctors alone. No, so some things are not just logical. You say you are practicing faith. What faith? Faith without work is dead. That's what the Bible said, not me. Faith without work is dead. But you want to stand with faith and no work, and you think you are wise. Okay.
So now that we know the people like the country is working for, certain things that the government is doing, the government will do to put us all on like a level playing ground. Certain things that the government will do that will put us on like level playing ground. Education, I feel like education structure should come back to what it used to be. Let's have better education system all around. It's put almost everybody on a level playing ground. Access to finance.
Okay.
A lot of people can do a whole lot, but the problem is that they don't have finance. Interestingly, there are structural financing coming out.
Sorry, it goes beyond. I understand in terms of education, and that about that different kind of education. Because if you say education, people might just believe it's just normal school education and all. But people need to be well informed on how to think logically, how to do things right. Because there are some people that when you give them the finance, they still blow it away.
That's why they need to have structural finance, not just finance.
Okay.
Yeah. Structural
I think that works. Yeah.
Structural finance. Finance that I'm giving you the money, but then we need to know what you're using the money to do. How is it going to get back money for you? You're not just getting the money. Yes, we need to. The government needs to really work on that. Then policies, stable policies. See, we don't have policies that even encourage a level playing ground.
You see, in as much as we are going to put some blames on individual, how they contribute to them being in the losers category, we also need to understand that some people don't just individually put themselves there.
Yep.
We are talking about people that it works for the winners. If we look at the category of the losers too, there are some people that they've given their life, they've given their effort and everything, but the system is just not. It's not just rewarding them.
It's rigged against them.
Yes, it's not just rewarding them. I pity civil servants a lot. Funny how Nigerian policemen, sometimes I sat down, I think about it, and I pity them a lot. I understand the fact that Nigerian police system is kind of messed up. We have good policemen, but the whole system is messed up. But I ask myself sometimes, I look at it, these people are putting their life at risk every day. And in as much as the risk is so high, people that sit in the office without going through any form of risk still control their fate. I mean, look, I was discussing and I was talking about the retired policemen coming to fight for their pension. And I was just smiling.
I saw that video. It was fun.
Some people have sacrificed a lifetime to serve. At the end of the day, what did they get back to? So you ask yourself. I know it's not a basis to justify anything, but you ask yourself, if you see some of them, getting bribed, going into corruption, listening to political people just so that they can have their way, and I just question it. Like, what reward did they get for the service, for the sacrifice? Imagine a policeman who had family in Lagos and is transferred to North. He might be there for years. After retirement, you have to go and protest to get your pension.
You know the funny thing about that protest video? The people in office that are on the streets are beating the ones that have retired. The people in office on street are beating the ones that have retired. I'm now wondering, those ones in office, are they not going to retire too?
They know that's where I'm coming. That's why I'm talking about people thinking logically. Because if you look at it from humanity part, you ask yourself, I will one day be like this person. What will be my fate? I'm using, because I'm still wearing the uniform now. I'm trying, I'm doing everything. What happens when I get to this age that they had today and they are doing the same thing that I have to do the same thing that they're doing now? Because you can only enjoy your time.
Yeah, sure.
You cannot enjoy my time plus yours. When your time passes,
Don't go.
another person's time comes.
Yeah.
And whatever you sow.
Really.
Karma is a very, very crazy bitch. People think karma is rubbish. Don't worry, wait until it gets to your turn.
Like when she wears the black jeans. And then also, another thing that the government needs to do to put like a level playing ground so that it feels like the country is working for people is we need stronger institutions. Else, let it work. Judiciary, let it work, please.
That judiciary is very, very important.
A lot of institutions. One thing I believe is I don't think any institution is working at 50% in this country. I know 50% is a fast stretch, but I'm just saying, like, let's give them that 50%. I don't think any institution, and that is what we need to work into. Also, the government needs to hold accountability for is on the action. If the government is not taking accountability for the action, citizens too will not take accountability for the action. It's just a I see, I mirror kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it brings me to ask this very, very important question. We say Nigeria is not hard. Who is Nigeria working for? So, with your talent, your skill, if you were put in another timeline, if you are up there, if you are put down here, would you be in the same space you are? If you are down here, if they put you up there, would you be in the same space you are now? So the question is Nigeria really working for everyone, or just a selected few? Well, that is all from us at Chat About Banter this week. We want to hear your comments. Please put them in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. See you again next week.